So you've had basmati rice in an Indian restaurant, PILAU rice, and it's got lovely colours in there. You've got, sometimes it's green and white, sometimes orange and white, sometimes red and white, sometimes it's orange, green, red and white. Whatever colours you want, you can add. What we're going to use is some colouring. Now, I don't use a lot of colouring in my food, mainly because I think it has no health benefits. It only serves the purpose of making things look pretty. But if this is what you want to do, we'll do it. So what you want to do is take a small amount, take a very, very small amount of each colouring. And when I say small, I mean really small. This really does go a long way. So, I mean, look how much is on that teaspoon. Hardly anything. And just put that in the bowl. So that's the orange one. And now we're going to go over to the green. So I'm going to do orange and green with the white basmati rice. Take a tiny amount of green, again just the tip. Make sure you don't get this on your fingers or your clothes, because I tell you it will stain and you will not be able to remove the stains. Anyway, so you want to take some water, just a little drip of water, put it with the colour in, and just give that a little stir. And if by magic all the water goes nice and orange, and likewise with the green, make sure that dissolves nicely. So what we're going to do now is we want to stain some of the basmati rice that we've cooked. And again, this is just one portion in this pot, but I only really want to stain a very small amount for one portion. Obviously, if you want to do more because you have more rice, feel free to do so. So just put a tiny amount of rice in the green, a tiny amount of rice in the yellow, and just give that a little mix. Right, so once you've covered the amount of rice you want to colour, drain off any excess dye. So make sure that's drained. And the same with the orange. Make sure all the grains are covered. They do this in Indian restaurants, you know, but obviously a much greater scale. What they'll do is they'll do a big stock pot of rice, and they will just pour some colouring through tiny portions of the rice and let it set. And then they, once it's set, stir the rice, and they've got loads of different colours running through the white basmati rice. Right, so once that's drained, drain any excess. If you have more than this because you've done more rice, sometimes I just leave a tissue in the bowl. And the same with the green. And what we want to do is let that dry out and set. And I usually give this about half an hour. And once this is set, we'll come back and we'll mix that with the white basmati rice. Right, once you're happy that your coloured rice is nice and dry and it's not bleeding any of the colour because it will ruin the rice, what we'll do, if you come over here, just take it, just take a small amount and just pour it in your, put it in your rice. Look at the colours. Just give that a fork through. So change that to fork. Just give that a fork through. There you go, you've got some coloured rice going on there. If you want some more colours, just add a little more. But remember, it's just really important that this dries out, otherwise it just bleeds into the white rice and you don't have nice defined colours. This is only one portion, so obviously, like I said earlier, if you want to do more, you just add a bit more. Right, so there you go, plain boiled rice with orange coloured rice, a little green coloured rice. Now what we're going to do is we're going to heat this through and give it a quick flash fry in some butter ghee. Let's get the pan hot. Put in the ghee. So get that hot. So put your portion of rice in. And give that a nice. And once you've warmed that through, there you go, one portion of a basic PILAU rice.